Hello, hello.
You're my I'm echoing somewhere. You are my regular Facebook Live companion.
Aw,
And tonight we're going to talk. I may have to mute when you're speaking. I think there's a little bit of a feedback in my computer. Tonight we are going to talk about. I'm going to get you to mute, Frida, if that's okay. Yeah. Um. So tonight we're going to talk about something called the Talk to the Entities business hours. And first of all, I am going to say it's something that is practiced after taking the Talk to the Entities beginning class. So, in the beginning class, you access tools and education and information that allows you to recognize that the spirit world is real and you're aware. And then the business hours is the time that you utilize to develop and practice clearing, communicating, receiving, working with entities.
and it's one of my favorite things ever, actually. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't practice my business hours for a few weeks now, but it keep like being in my head, like talk to your entities, talk to the entities, and I was like, oh, no, I don't have the time, whatever reasons and justifications what I had. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Like, hi, who's here? And that's basically how we start, right? And then most of the times it's so much ease. It's usually not complicated or anything.
What?
Yes.
So funny. Initially, when I would run the business hours, which is running the clearings, who were you? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who can you be in the future? You're actually inviting an entity that's stuck in a position or stuck on a building or a timeline. They might be in the house for hundreds of years, and you're inviting them to more consciousness. So you're contributing to them having a different choice. And most people have this point of view, just tell the entities go away. That's not how it works. Actually, there is a process of gifting and receiving. And when I would run this, because I had no clue what I was doing, I was like, I'll just do it. I would go from being cranky or charged or a lot of head paranoia stuff to like this space of peace initially is what occurred for me, you know?
Yeah. And that's actually what's occurring for me too. And it's so beautiful because really you just use these tools and they're so simple. And the more you practice them, the easier it gets because you know them.
Yeah.
It creates and it creates so much space then. Like it's magical to me actually that we're capable of creating that with like one or two questions and some acknowledgement.
I mean, I'm facilitating a class in Romania in April, and I was on a meeting. You might know Kitty. Kitty does a bit of translation with us. Hey, Kitty. And Stellian was there too, a Romanian translator. And we ran the clearings, and they were like, everything just got like so peaceful and so relaxing. And a lot of people, I would say, what's stopping people from choosing their business hours is they don't recognize the contribution that they can be to the spirit world, Because Talk to the Entities is a universal, international craft. Like it's an education, inclusion of all beings, And it's about the inclusion of all beings, all their stories, all their experiences, and supporting them to not be stuck in pain or suffering. And it's about going beyond the stuck point of view. And when you facilitate, which is to render with ease, that movement for a ghost or an entity, you like the ways that I've been rewarded for contributing is just mind blowing to me. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. And like I love how I always say, like, what way would you like to be treated when you don't have a body anymore?
Yeah. I always say that because it rings so true for me.
Yeah. And like most entities make the experience that they're not acknowledged or that people don't see them or pretend they don't. And then when you come and you ask, just say hi sometimes. It's like,
Hi.
and they're so grateful. And you get to receive also this gratitude. And it's just, yeah, again, for me, it's magical.
Total magical. One of the things that I've been working at the moment is being very aggressive with the light. We talk about this in Talk to the Entities as well. And being aggressive with the light is really honoring the consciousness of the planet, the lightness of the earth, the beauty of the nature spirits, because we've all different characteristics of entities, let's call it. There's different forms. So you'll have annoying entities, you'll have stupid entities that are not aware, just like people, and then you'll have magnificent beings that can contribute. And this morning, I was just practicing, working with my teammates, and it's so beautiful. And just asking the conscious beings that were out there willing to provide for me and care for me, because they show you the abundance of your being. Okay. And I come back from going to the store to buy these gorgeous tulips, and my phone rings, and it's a friend of mine called Sebastian Sperling in Germany. He lives in Cologne. And he told me a story about going to France and stumbling upon Merlin the magician's graveyard. And he sent me some photographs of this, like when he walked into the side of the grave, that he had this, like, the only way he could describe it was this loving presence wrap around him, like this, like being hugged by this being's ability to be present. And there's a lot of people that have the abilities to hug and provide that energy of caring and nurturing, and they don't, I'm going to say, nurture it, develop it, practice it. And I know for me, it has been a massive transformation in my psychological state, I'm going to say, and my physiological, both body and, psychological state. Massive when I've done my clearing, my cooperation, and my communication receiving, And so if you have, I am going to say you've got to have taken Talk to the Entities, the beginning, not the intermediate or advanced, just the beginning, to come on and practice these Talk to the Entities business hours. Shop is open. Cha-ching!
Yes. And like, if you haven't taken this class yet, what would it create for you? Like, for me, it was mind-blowing, and it just changes everything. Like, I love what Shannon always said, and you said it before, like the inclusion of all beings.
Mm.
And it's like you open up to to another world.
Mm.
And you can have a greater world through that.
Yeah. And for me, it's like, if I was to die tomorrow, what would I choose? I would really be grateful for someone saying hello to me, and grateful for my energy, not someone who's judging me and, diminishing my life force with judgment. So we invite you. It starts next Monday. Yeah.
Yes.
February 10th.
Yes.
I got it. And it's 14 weeks. And again, the prereq is Talk to the Entities, the beginning. And it's a lovely way to build your muscle with the pragmatic tools that allow you to have greater peace, greater space, and receive the gifts that are being offered to you, for you, by the entity world. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful time too. In Europe, it's 9:30 p.m. to 10. So I just go to bed so peaceful afterwards.
We all do. We're all like, that's so nice. Everyone's like super like, yay. And I run up the stairs. My office is upstairs in my house. And when I'm like, oh, business hours, let's go. And I have to say, everything in my world becomes more expansive. Any compression or contraction, I expand into this space. And the entity of the earth and the universe is so available to us when we practice these abilities and capacities. Yeah. Exactly. Thanks for being a girl who talks to ghosts.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're welcome. And thank you too. Like, yeah, it's
You're so-
wonderful to have these people around, you know, where you can talk to this and who know that's true.
The amount of times that people have said to me, like, thank you so much that I can talk about the spirit world and the awarenesses of the spirit world, particularly with children, you know, because people try to shut it off because they're functioning from their judgment. And so what if we would create a world that includes all beings and rejects none, you know? And what would that be like? What would that create, you know? So we invite you, and I'm so grateful for you and grateful to Shannon O'Hara. We adore you, you know, like just so grateful that she was willing to go forth with her difference, you know, and bring what she knew to the world. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, darling. Even notice the peace now in the space is like just talking about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What gift are you refusing and rejecting and opposing by not practicing your business hours and your natural abilities? Beautiful. Thank you. Mwah. I adore you. Thanks for being in my life. Bye, everyone. We hope this contributed to you. Bye.